Yo, what is up, y'all? It's 11 a.m. and I'm gonna be making videos on, another honoring video. My apologies for this video because I should have just posted it um, last month, but y'all already know why. Um, if y'all don't, then it's because I had to, postponed the honoring video due to the death of Kobe Bryant and Gigi, and I have work. So yeah. Anyways, today's honoring video is, y'all guessed it, UPN and the WB. Now, without further ado, let's get this shit started. So, UPN and the WB both were established in 1995, the same year. And that's when the WB was owned by the Warner Brothers and UPN was owned by Paramount, obviously. But yeah, at that time in the 2000s, I didn't get a chance to experience the 90s, of course, because again, I was a 2000s kid. But around the 2000s, I checked out both UPN and the WB. I checked out the shows like Half and Half, The Parkers, what else? Moesha, of course. Moesha. What else? WWF / WWE SmackDown. That's when WWE used to be good. Like, used to be freaking good. Now what the fuck happens? What else? All of Us. Just many other shows that you see from UPN. Mostly from early 2000s and the mid 2000s. But I checked out the WB as well. Shows like Reba, what else? But I mostly go to WB because of, of course, Kids WB. But I checked out shows like Reba, let's see, Gilmore Girls, just a little bit. I watched the show a little bit, but as of now, it was a pretty good show. Shows like Seventh Heaven, Smallville. Like I said about just like Gilmore, I watch it a little bit, but looking back at it, it was a pretty decent show. Dawson Creek, Buffy the Vampire Slayer before it was picked up by, you guessed it, UPN. The Jamie Foxx Show, of course. Steve Harvey Show, and etc. These are the shows that I really enjoyed from the WB. But I always watch UPN than the WB. The ones that I watched the most from the WB was, of course, Kids WB, of course. But yeah, these two channels, it has some ups and downs. It has some pretty bland, boring, generic, crappy shows like the Homeboys in Outer Space. I checked out the show and holy crap. I'm going to be talking about that in the next video, so you can see my thoughts on this crap. But yeah, it has some ups and downs. Like, of course, UPN always gets some pretty bad mistakes. Like many other mistakes that they actually made. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. There's a video called The Fall of UPN. There's like 2 parts of it. You can see it had some ups and downs. Not to mention there's so many black comedians, and so does the WB. It has some ups and downs as well. Same goes as the Kids WB. Like I mentioned in honoring Saturday morning cartoons, that I mentioned many crappy ass shows like Skunk Fu or Coconut Fred, and that, oh yeah, and Scooby-Doo get a fucking clue. Excuse my language. But I gotta admit, the song was a guilty pleasure for me. It sounds pretty crappy, but you just can't get it out of your freaking head. But I'm being off topic. It has some ups and downs. It has some crappy ass shows that were bland, generic, and just unwatchable. But you can't change the fact that both UPN and the WB has some pretty good quality shows. And the shows I really, really, really enjoyed a lot. But it's, and looking back at it and watching so many promos from the 2000s, early 2000s and mid 2000s from both UPN and WB, it was it was like it was fucking nostalgic infinity. Like the nostalgia is just, it's a freaking drug. Can't you can't stop looking at the freaking promos. Like holy crap. But of course in 2006, sadly, both UPN and the WB, they were closed and they were merged to become the CW. I remember watching the promo leading up to the premiere of the CW. Like the CW, it has some of the good shows, but sometimes some of the shows weren't really for me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about this. And I want y'all to guys, what your experience on the CW, whether from the 90s or the 2000s, just tell me what your experience from the CW. I'm going to be, and I'm not stopping there because I'm going to be making the top 10 favorite the top 10 best UPN and best the WB shows. And like I said before, it's pretty much my list. It was based on favorites, and I am being biased as obvious. But yeah, it's gonna be coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all guys later. This is Riley D. Peace. Later.